Hi you guys, how are you all? I hope you're doing well. It feels a little bit funny to be filming today because I had pre-filmed so many videos for when I was away. So it's actually been a while since I've sat on camera and talked to you guys. On top of that, I have a bit of a cold, so I don't quite sound like myself or feel like myself. But the good news is I got sick at the end of my trip instead of the beginning of my trip, which I know I talked to you guys about. I always tend to get sick on trips. Something about airplane air. It does nothing good for my body, but this time it was on the way back that I got a little bit sick. So I was okay with that. I had a fantastic trip. It was a bit different than we thought it would be. I know that I had mentioned I was going to Tokyo and I was so excited about it, and then unfortunately the typhoon happened and we had about like 24 hours to switch around our trip. So we weren't sure like how bad the damage was going to be. We didn't know if systems would be running again, and a lot of flights had been canceled. In fact, they like grounded all planes obviously, and no one was flying in or out. So we had to make a quick decision, and because we had already taken kind of the time off of work, I think we're really looking forward to just getting away for a little bit. We're like, okay, let's rethink this. Where else do we want to go? Where else is easy to go that might not involve a lot of planning? And so we decided the natural thing to do is just totally switch around your trip. Everything was pretty easy to cancel last minute because of the weather. Everything was getting canceled anyway, and everyone was very understanding. So we canceled our whole Tokyo trip and we ended up in London and Amsterdam. So it was a bit of a whirlwind trying to like book places last minute to stay. We were staying at Airbnbs, plan things, decide where we were gonna go. We ended up choosing London because that's a place we're super familiar with. We had been a few times and it just feels like very comfortable. And there's a few things that we wanted to do and we hadn't been there in about 5 years. So it was nice to go back. And then we wanted to try a new place. So we chose Amsterdam because it was just a train ride away, really easy travel. We love doing train travel while we're in Europe just because you see so much of the countryside and it's so pretty. Yeah, so then we took the train to Amsterdam and spent a while there. Absolutely loved Amsterdam. It is a beautiful place, just like the perfect marriage of, you know, like outer Amsterdam being more urban and then like the inner like semicircle old town Amsterdam being just so absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend going to Food Holland if you are in Amsterdam. It's like a big food hall. It's not in the old city, it's in like the more urban surrounding city, and it's all these incredible food stands. Oh my gosh, we went there twice and I got tacos both times from this place that I am totally blanking on the name, but I will leave in the description box because it was so good. Their tacos were unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, so our Japan trip we're just gonna put on pause and we're gonna try and do it, I don't know, probably not in 2020, but maybe 2021. That'll be like our next big trip. We'll see how things go. If we can go sooner, that would be wonderful. But you know, things happen, weather happens, it's totally out of everyone's control, and obviously the most important thing in those situations is that everyone stays safe. So we haven't heard much of an update in terms of like how towns that were really affected by the typhoon have been rebuilding, but I know that Tokyo was up and running the next day. So it's just one of those situations in life where it's good to be flexible, and we had an amazing trip anyway. I know I haven't really shared many pictures with you guys. I'll try and do that over on Instagram. I haven't even really looked through them. So stay tuned over on Instagram to see that. That's a little update. If you guys want to hear more about my trip, I'm happy to do like a story time video where I show photos and talk to you guys about things that we did. But thank you again for all of your suggestions for Tokyo. I'm sorry I didn't get to use them, but I am keeping them stored, so when we actually do get to go, I'll be using all of them. And obviously it was a disappointing situation, but I think we made the best of it, and we still had a really wonderful time traveling, so you know, it's all okay. And yeah, highly recommend checking out Amsterdam if you've never been before. Also, London, go to Dishoom. It's a long wait, but it's like the best Indian food you will ever eat. And get a mango lassi. I've never had one before. I always get Indian food, but I never think to get a mango lassi, and I got one at Dishoom, and it was like a mango lassi with, I think, fennel. It was unbelievable. Best thing I think I've ever had to drink. And yeah, just really good. So 2 recommendations: go to Amsterdam and go to Food Holland, go to London and go to Dishoom. Wait in the line, it's worth it. But anyway, that is not what you came here to watch. You came here to watch favorites, so I'm gonna give you favorites. I only have a few products in each category, and that's mainly because I was traveling, so I wasn't using that much this month, and what I brought with me traveling was pretty much what I used. In fact, I didn't really wear any makeup like I predicted when I was traveling. I was pretty much makeup free when I was away, and that's kind of nice for your skin to have a little break like that. But I do have 3 makeup products, some that I was using before I left and then some that I brought with me on my trip that I just wanted to give a little shout out to because they're really phenomenal products. The first is one that I've mentioned before, but this is the Hourglass Arch Micro-Sculpting Brow Pencil. I have this in natural black, so a pretty dark color. I don't know if I would have bought this color myself. I haven't seen the other colors. I don't know if there's one that potentially would work better, but I like the shade on my brows. This really came in handy because I was trimming my brow hairs and I trimmed a little too much, and I gave myself like a nice bald spot right on my arch. So it was looking a little funny. And so this is a great pencil just because it has that super fine tip. But I think the quote-unquote clean brands that we think of like EcoBrow or Plume Science for brow products are catching on to this and making their own. So if you're not interested in purchasing from Hourglass, you know, you have other options, but I really enjoyed this. I did look up the ingredients, and this was a product that I felt perfectly fine with and very comfortable with. Hourglass is a cruelty-free brand as well. It's a hard, fine tip, and so that makes it really easy to draw in little brow hairs and just give yourself a really natural looking brow, which is more what I like. I don't really use a pomade or anything like that in my brows, and it just kind of like fills in those sparser areas, and it makes me look like I have a bit more definition in my brows and just the brow shape, because I do have pretty fine, sparse brow hair, so this is really helpful. And it's super easy to use. So I'm all about like low maintenance products every day, and this has made its way into my everyday makeup routine just because it takes literally 30 seconds to fill in those little areas and then brush them through really quick, and then I have more brow hairs. The next 2 products are actually lip products, which are surprising for me because I don't usually wear a ton of lip products, but I wanted to shout out this formula because it is getting a little bit cooler, and I have been enjoying wearing this on the cooler days. I've had this for a while now. This is the Cloven Hollow liquid lip tint. Is that what they're called? I'm not sure, but it's in the shade Napa. It's a really beautiful kind of purple fuchsia color, and I just wanted to say, if you're looking for a very long wearing comfortable liquid lip in the clean beauty world, check out these Cloven Hollow ones. Obviously I've only tried this color, but my assumption is that if the formula is consistent between all of the different colors, that you will enjoy all the other colors as well. This just stays on really well, has really great color payoff, and if you're interested in a deeper lip for kind of the winter fall months, then I would check this out, just because it's nice to not have to touch it up all the time, especially if you're like in a work setting or something like that. Then you don't have to worry about it smudging or moving. There's a little bit of transfer when you first start to apply it, but obviously as it's on your lips longer and that like initial transfer layer comes off, then you're just left with a really beautiful stain. The next lip product is the one that I'm wearing right now, and one that I tried in last week's video. Now keep in mind that I filmed last week's video at like way the beginning of the month because I knew I was going to be gone, but I really have grown to love this product. This is the Mango Lip Honey from Airy. It's in a clear color, so I guess if I kind of like show you by the light, you can see it on my lips, but it's not super glossy when I'm just looking straight on. But it gives your lips just like a nice kind of full plump effect. I like to wear a little bit of lip liner underneath it just to give my lips that definition, and then place this over the top. Why I think this is so great is because glosses, I tend to stay away from them because they're sticky. I don't like when you open your mouth and you get that kind of like stickiness between your 2 lips. I think it looks good when you're not in real life, but when you're in real life and you're talking and all of that good stuff, then I'm not into glosses at all. But this one is the opposite of that. It really holds to your lips and stays there. It's a thick formula, so I think texturally it's interesting to get used to, but it's extremely comfortable, extremely wearable. It lasts really well, and as it starts to fade, it just breaks down and gets softer and softer and softer until it's gone. So it's basically like everything I would want in a gloss. It still has that really high impact, high shine, but it doesn't have that stickiness, it doesn't feel uncomfortable on your lips, and it doesn't just kind of like get everywhere and it's very messy. So I know that clear glosses are kind of coming back into style, and I would highly recommend checking this one out if you're interested in one. The last favorite, I feel like I've kind of talked about this so many times, whether it be over on Instagram or in last week's video because I had the giveaway with it, but I discovered the Maya Chia Highlight of the Day Illuminating Serum. This one's in the golden hour. I'm so excited that I was able to give one of them away to you guys and do a little giveaway. Speaking of which, this is the last week to enter my 5K giveaway, so you can head over to Instagram to find out more about that or watch the video on my channel, which I think was about 3 weeks ago now. But I did a giveaway with this. I'm really happy that I had the chance to do that because I really have been enjoying this product. Like I said in last week's video, it's just sort of that beautiful, very ethereal glow that adds to your skin, and it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely impactful. And I just really like this product. So I know I've talked about it a lot, so I'm not going to go into more detail than that. You can watch last week's video or head over to my Instagram to see more of my thoughts about it, but really enjoyed this product and happy that I discovered it. It seems like my favorites were more makeup heavy because I was traveling for most of the month, and so when I wasn't traveling, I've been using my L'Oreal skincare routine still. Absolutely love those products still. When I got back from my trip, the Day Balm like totally saved my life because my skin was so dry from the airplane ride back and having a cold. It felt like cardboard or something. It was so dry. I remember getting back, taking a shower, putting that on my skin, and the next morning waking up and feeling like it felt so much better. So that was sort of like my favorite out of my normal skincare routine. But when I was away, I was using Pi skincare because I had a little travel size set. I know I talked to you guys about that. And I just thought I would share kind of my favorites so far with that. Now I've only been using them for a few weeks because I've only been using them when I was away. I do like to try skincare for a full month before I tell you guys, oh, you need this, you need that. One of the products I've been using for months on end, so I can say I loved it, and I know I love it. And the other two, I would just say like I've really been enjoying them the past few weeks, but I can't give you like a full review yet just because I haven't tried them for the length of time that I would like to. But the product that I know I absolutely love and I was really happy to have when I was away is this little mini travel size of the Pi Lightwork Rosehip Cleansing Oil. I'm actually almost out of my huge size. It's lasted me for a really long time. But I was happy to have a cleansing oil when I was away. I rarely have a product that I can do like an initial cleanse with when I'm on vacation, and this was just such a brilliant travel size product to have. I don't think they sell this individually. I think it's a part of the set, but if you're gonna travel soon and you want to try Pi skincare, maybe you want to buy the set. I don't know. But anyway, the cap locks in and out, so if you turn it, you're able to pump it. If you turn it again, you're not able to pump it, so it's safe to put in your bags, which oils I'm always nervous to travel with. And I just absolutely love this cleanser. I use it every single night. I use it if I am not doing a double cleanse and I'm just doing a regular one-step cleanse, and I'll use this. It's just a really great oil cleanser. It really emulsifies in water and you're able to wash it off. It doesn't sting your eyes. It's very gentle, smells nice, feels great. Even I let Jared use this when we were away traveling and he was like, wow, I really like an oil cleanser. So he's become quite sophisticated in the skincare products that he enjoys, but this is both of us approved. We really enjoy it. So check this out if you're interested in the new oil cleanser. And then the other two products are the ones that I really enjoyed while I was away, but I haven't tried long enough to fully endorse. One of them, I think it's their hero product, so I wasn't shocked that I really enjoyed it. This is the Rosehip Oil. One thing the founder of Pi, Sarah, told me is that people often use too much of this oil. You really only need 3 drops for your whole face and your neck, and I found that to be true. You just apply 3 drops to the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, and then gently press it all over your face. And like I was saying, my skin gets so dry after airplanes, and I used this the first night we arrived in London, and I was so happy to have this because the next morning I woke up and my skin again was rehydrated. It felt so much better and it was a little bit brighter. So I really enjoyed using this throughout the trip. And then another product that I really enjoyed and felt like was a great find for me was the Gentle Hydrating Cleanser. So this is actually like a cream cleanser, and I haven't used one in a long time. I used to use the Liz Earle cream cleanser. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that brand. That was like a Lisa Eldridge suggestion, and I remember, I think it was like 6-7 years ago, I bought it for the first time, and it had to be shipped from the UK, and I paid like all these crazy fees just because I really wanted to try it, and I ended up loving that. But I kind of forgot about cream cleansers after that, and this one was just really nice. It was extremely gentle. I really liked the feel of it. My skin felt very clean afterwards because I was using this cloth, which That's another favorite. I should go grab that. The cloth that came with the set and comes with some of the other products was amazing. It's a double-sided muslin cloth. It has kind of like a linen feeling side, and then it has an actual textured fuzzy side. I'll go grab it and I'll show you guys in a second, but that was an amazing product. And so when I would take this off with the cloth, my skin just felt so soft, so smooth. It didn't feel stripped at all. I definitely see why this is all geared towards sensitive skin. Nothing irritated my skin. It was a really nice treat to try these products out, and I really enjoyed this cleanser. Let me go grab the cloth just to show you really quick. Okay, so it's laundry day and I used it last night, so it got thrown in the wash with our other towels, so I can't show you. I will link it down below though. I swear, if a towel could change your life, this one did. I just really enjoy it. I don't know if they sell it separately. If they do, I'd probably buy a few more, just because they're such great face cloths. They are amazing. But yeah, go check out that below. Otherwise, that sort of wraps up all of my favorites. Obviously, my trip was probably my biggest favorite. I love traveling. I had such a great time, and I wish I could just continue traveling all the time and have endless vacation, but don't we all? On a more serious note, I just want to send out lots of love to fellow Californians. Luckily, where I am, we are not affected by the fire other than just smoke coming down and hanging out. To everyone who is north and south of me who's affected by the fires, I'm just sending really good thoughts, lots of love and support your way. I hope that you are all staying safe. I can only imagine what it feels like to be in these locations. Obviously, we're seeing lots of photos and hearing lots on the news, so I highly encourage anyone who can to send supplies, money to relief efforts. And yeah, I'm thinking of all of you, and I really hope that this will end soon. We can start rebuilding. So with that being said, I hope you guys had a really wonderful month of October. It's going to be Halloween in a couple of days. I'm really excited about that. We get like hundreds of trick-or-treaters on our block. It's insane. I think we went through like 700 pieces of candy last year, giving everyone one piece, and I think we were only able to give it out for like a couple of hours, and then we had to kind of close up shop and say we ran out of candy. So looking forward to that. That'll be really fun. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be. Also, let me know if you guys have any video suggestions. My goal is to try and work ahead a little bit more so that I can put up more content for you guys, but I'd love to have like a bank of video ideas that I can go back to and be like, oh yeah, let's do this week, let's do that this week. So let me know in the comments down below what videos you guys would like to see, what you're going to be for Halloween, and if you guys had any monthly favorites. And I think the final update is just that I have read all of your comments from the past few weeks, but because I was away, I didn't have time to reply to all of them, so I'm working on that. Thank you for being patient. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, and I need to catch up on those, so that's what I'll be working on for the next coming weeks. But yeah, thank you for being patient about that. Alright guys, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be talking with you guys again and filming. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for videos always featuring clean green beauty. Thank you for your continued support if you're not new to my channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!